In the Xfinity Series, when you go to a road course, Connor Zilisch is the man to beat. And once again, Steven Stumpf, 2 for 2 in winning the pole, winning most laps led, and winning the race. Hello, everybody. Welcome on into Post-Race Conversations. He's Steven Stumpf. I am Bryan, Timothy Nolen. And once again, when you're at a road course, Connor Zilisch is a man to beat. And once again, he got it done today.
Indeed. It didn't come without its challenges. Just like Watkins Glen, his first win, this was about as crazy as a day he could have had. He had a closed pit road penalty at the end of stage one, went back to 32nd, eventually made his way up, restarted third for stage three. Then he got damage racing with Corey Heim for second. And then he had to put up a huge fight against Carson Kvapil, his teammate, rookie teammate as well, in the closing laps. But eventually Zilisch prevailed. He was just too good, and he won this one going away.
Yes, he did. A couple notable things that happened. 500th career start for Jeremy Clements. Unfortunately, did not end the way he wanted. And Blaine Perkins, a top 10, second ever top 10 for him. The first one came at Martinsville. That is, of course, from Steven's sizzling stats. Last but not least on the Xfinity Series, Carson Kvapil. This guy is for real, Steven. He not only held off Zilisch, but when Zilisch passed him, he still was battling with him until the flat tire under 5 laps to go. I'm really impressed with what I've seen out of him.
Yeah, that was unexpected, and unexpected in the greatest way imaginable. Like, if we thought that anyone was going to keep pace with Zilisch in this race, we thought it'd be Byron, we thought it'd be Ross, we thought it'd be any of the Cup drivers that have all the experience. We didn't think it would be another fellow rookie that has never made a road course start in NASCAR. But while he hadn't made a road course start in NASCAR until today, this isn't his first time at the track. Post-race, Carson told us that he ran a TA2, a Trans Am 2 race here last year. It was the full course layout, but he said that, it really helped him, and a lot of the same stuff carried over for this race. But he was really proud, especially there was an early spin that he came back from, but, definitely, he said he's definitely kicking himself a little bit because at the very least he was going to finish second or third. But going into turn 20, he locked up all the tires. That allowed Zilisch to get by for good, and eventually that led to a right front tire leaking and eventually going flat. And what would have been a top 2, top 3 day and turned 23rd. And as for the other notable incident with Zilisch and Corey Heim getting together, we also tried to reach out to Corey post-race. He declined, and obviously Zilisch was, despite dominating, despite winning, was also very frustrated with himself and just the mistakes, and that he needs to clean up more the next time we go to a road course.
Now, this is not the only race for Zilisch this weekend. His first ever start in the Cup Series will be tomorrow, and he qualified, I'm looking a little bit further down, in 14th. However, on the front row, maybe a little bit of a surprise, 1 and 2 for 23:11. Bubba Wallace, not the best road course racer, second. First, though, the guy that we all kind of pictured that would be at the front, that being Tyler Reddick. How surprised are you by this front row?
I'm very surprised, especially since watching them in qualifying, it looked like they were out of control, missing the corners, and instead they went 1-2. It even looked like Bubba could have won the pole, but he just got a little too close to Reddick, and just kind of had to back up a little bit. But I think that was a big surprise. Another big surprise is that a lot of the Fords that look great in practice, like Cindric, they all qualified terribly. Only one Ford in the top 15, Todd Gillen in 10th. Cindric qualified 36th, basically almost shotgun on the field. But, I don't think we saw Reddick winning the pole. But, are we really truly surprised either? This guy is a former winner here. He dominated the race that would never end in 2023. He also is one of 3 drivers, along with Ross and Alex Bowman, to finish top 10 in all of his starts here. He has an average finish of 5th here. He's going to be one of the ones to beat tomorrow.
A couple other notables, Daniel Suarez in 5th, Shane Van Gisbergen in 6th, and then Carson Hocevar starting in 4th. It's going to be fun to watch all 3 of those guys battle it out. But if you have to pick one, Steven Stumpf, getting the victory in the short and new layout at COTA, your pick is going to be?
I was kind of going SVG all weekend, but I think, qualifying convincing. I'm going to go with Tyler Reddick because, despite looking on the edge of control, his car was so fast, and, just given his track record here, he's already dominated. He's won 3 road course races in his career. I think he'll prevail after 95 laps on the new course.
You got to save tires, you got to have track position, and you got to be a darn good road course racer. SVG is going to win his first race in a full-time Cup Series season, and he's going to clinch a spot in the playoffs. Well, that is it for us, though, here this evening at Circuit of the Americas. Steven, tease a little bit what you're going to be writing about. That will be available when this comes out on Frontstretch.com.
I'll be writing all about Carson Quapple's race. Once we finish filming, I'm going to go right back to that. Also dropping tonight, I have Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, and Daniel Suarez's reactions to the promotional trip they did to Mexico City earlier this week leading up to this race. They all enjoyed it, and they're very excited, for the first international race since 1958, which will be coming on June 15th.
Once again, Frontstretch.com for all the latest there. YouTube.com/Frontstretch. A big thanks to everybody that supports us. Thanks to Kevin Nix, who has been editing all of our videos. For Steven Stumpf, I'm Bryan Nolen. We'll talk with you tomorrow here in Austin, Texas.
My Place Hotels is proud to be the official hotel partner of Frontstretch. With plush beds, in-room kitchens, and pet-friendly hotels, My Place makes for the perfect pit stop when traveling. Frontstretch fans can use promo code FRONTSTRETCH to save 10% on your stay at any of our nationwide properties. Sign up for our Stay Rewarded program to get even more savings. With My Place Hotels, don't just stay, stay rewarded.
Steven Stumpf of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.